In this example, we're going to take a logarithmic expression and express it as a sum or difference of logarithms. We'll also express any powers that we see inside this expression as factors. And in doing so, we'll expand it as much as possible. So to start, let's review a few of our logarithm rules. So the rules that we're going to use here, we're going to take any products. So anytime we have a logarithm of a product, we'll expand it into the sum of two logarithms. And that is property 5 that we're looking at. We'll also, anytime we see the logarithm of a quotient, we'll expand that into the difference of two logarithms. And the third thing we'll do is relating to that power part that I was just talking about. So anytime we have an exponent inside, or a power inside that logarithm, we will bring that out front as a coefficient, and that's our property 7 here, where anytime we have log base a of some m raised to the r, that's equivalent to taking r times log base a of m. So again, that power r can come out front as a factor, only when it's inside the logarithm though. Okay, so let's look at our example. We have the natural log of this quantity, and then we have the quotient of the square root of the quantity x squared plus 4 over the quantity x squared minus 4. So we're going to deal with the natural log function throughout this entire example. So let's take that original expression, and we have our square root here of x squared plus 4 over x squared minus 4. All right, now the first thing we want to do, we have a quotient as that main operation there. So we have division as our main operation there. So we're going to turn this then into the natural log of that numerator, which is the square root of x squared plus 4, minus the natural log of x squared minus 4. And if you're going back to those properties that we were looking at, that's property number 6 that we used there. Okay, so we've got that split into a difference now. From here, there's a couple things that we're going to want to do algebraically in order to expand this more. And the first is that this square root that we're taking the square root of that expression, x squared plus 4. And so this can be written as x squared plus 4 raised to the 1/2 power. That's the first thing we're going to want to do to apply more logarithm rules. The second thing is that x squared minus 4 can be factored. So we'll turn this into the natural log of then x minus 2 times x plus 2. We'll factor that x squared minus 4. Okay, so now that we've done this, we can apply that power rule. We see that we have this 1/2 in the exponent, so that will become then 1/2 times the natural log of x squared plus 4. And the x squared plus 4 is prime, so that natural log of x squared plus 4 is done being simplified. Looking at the second logarithmic expression we have the natural log of this x minus 2 times x plus 2, and that's a product. So we're going to be able to then split this into the natural log of that first factor, which is x minus 2, plus the natural log of x plus 2. And if we're looking at referring to those properties, that's going to be property number 7 for that first expression, and number 5 for that second one. The last thing we want to do is expand this further. So we're subtracting then this sum. So we'll subtract each term in that sum then. So this will be 1/2 times the natural log of x squared plus 4, and then minus the natural log of x minus 2, and then minus the natural log of x plus 2. And at this point, everything is expanded as much as it can be. We can't do anything with this natural log of x squared plus 4. We can't do anything with the natural log of x minus 2, or anything further with the natural log of x plus 2.